Rich Burgess, followed by Jonathan Hardy. No Rich. Jonathan.
Wow, good to see so many familiar faces. Forgive me if my voice sounds a little funnier. First of all, my name is Jonathan Hardy. I'm an executive board member of the Connecticut Citizens Defense League, the legislative coordinator, and the pistol permit specialist. So I heard a lot of questions about that earlier. If you guys have any questions, I can help you out there. I'm also a resident of New Britain, and the parent of one hell of an awesome 15-year-old boy named Brendan. We love going to the range to shoot, much better than techno babysitters like PlayStations, TV, and the internet. Boy, we are shooters. That individual in Newtown doesn't deserve to be mentioned in what we would call as a shooter. He was a murderer, and to label him as something that we do as a recreation and enjoyment as a lifestyle does a complete disservice to the time and effort that we put into our sport. My son likes to shoot his AR-15 at the range to do trick shots, like cutting rope. He likes to cut the rope off the targets. Delicate work with bowling pins. Watching him focus on something and taking his time is something I absolutely love to do with my son. And for the record, that would be America's rifle, the AR-15. That'd be my son and I on the Hartford Current right there. We really enjoy our sport and take a whole lot of pride in that. I also like to hunt with my AR-15. Rest assured, I don't turn Bambi into Bambi Burger Helper. It's a perfect rifle for hunting. There's even a nationally syndicated TV show devoted to hunting with the AR platform. Many of these laws that will forbid us from enjoying the sports as we enjoy. Many forbid transferring. His rifle that he's actually shooting right here would be non-transferable if some of these laws come into effect. That's absolutely insane, especially since the caliber rifle he's shooting right now is the same one that he shoots in Boy Scouts. We have a lot of licensing schemes with a fee structure that will make shooting a wealthy folk sport, and we can't afford that either. $50 fees, fingerprint procedures are onerous and achieve absolutely nothing. I liken these permits to Sisyphus carrying rocks for an eternity, only if Sisyphus were in Connecticut instead of with the gods, we'd tax him as well. Assault weapons, give me a break. That's a made-up term if I've ever heard one. Assault is a behavior, not a firearm. It's a military weapon I keep hearing quite often from the other side. I ask you, if the AR-15 is such an awesome military killing machine, why does no military use it as their service weapon? Hint, it's a civilian firearm that looks like a military firearm that has some usability features that my son and his disabled grandmother can use that are too difficult with other firearms. I actually read these bills and written about them on my blogs, and in my research I have some concerns. Why so many exemptions for government employees of various departments, especially a floor sweeper at DMV can buy a bulletproof vest because he's got a DMV ID, but not a private citizen? We talk about gun control and crime control. This is a defensive mechanism, and we're going to bar them from that? There's too many permits here. We can't keep track of all of them. We'd look like George Costanza of Seinfeld fame with a ginormous wallet. Compliance with all these regulations would be next to impossible. Why make a law-abiding citizen a criminal? Oh wait, we have legislation letting violent offenders go free and making room for honest law-abiding citizens. I've met many of you and spoken to you on these issues, and I know not all of you, so please don't take this as a personal attack on all of you. Some of you I've had some great conversations with. For those that still have yet to look at the real issues, I think gun control, let's face it, it's gun control, not crime control. I have a few points I'd like to make, since most of, like many of you, refuse to meet up with me and discuss the issues. None of these proposals will do a darn thing. None of them. Aurora, Colorado, Gabby Giffords, Columbine, Oklahoma City, Virginia Tech, and unforgettably Sandy Hook. If you thought guns were the problem on some of these murders, some of these murders didn't involve guns, and that is the problem. It's mental health and gun-free zones. Many of these crimes use no guns and already neutered low-capacity magazines. And finally, there's a lot of this talk going on. There's nothing that I've seen so far would actually solve anything. After seeing large groups of anti-rights-leaning members of this electorate, might I suggest we ban these large-capacity politicians and legislate mandatory low-capacity term limits so that we can once again become the great constitution state that this once was.
Okay.
Thank you,
sir. Any questions? Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Amy Pines?
I got a comment.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just want to say, John, we don't need term limits. Just got to get out and vote, man.
We're working on that, and our organization's growing over 4,000 now in just a few years.
Amy Pines?